because of ordinary toothpaste. Look at the way you are shouting at me, as if I'm your slave. Don't ever, I mean ever in your life shout at me. I'm not your slave, excuse me.
You are talking to me like that.
Greetings, our viewers. We are back again in our usual meeting at Family Television. I'm here again with my brother, my friend, my colleague. Please, Mr. Rias, can you greet our audience?
Greetings. Thank you very much for always following us up.
Thank you for being there for us at Family Television, the only television that addresses your marriage, your family issues, and also provides solutions to the challenges that you are going through in our marriage relationship. So yeah, welcome back again in today's video show. We will be discussing a new topic. Last week we concluded on marital unfaithfulness, focus on sex on the part of men. So today again we are back again with a fresh topic we'll be discussing with you, which we title Domestic Violence, Signs and Solutions. Domestic Violence, Signs and Solutions. As you all know, the increase in domestic violence is on the highlights today. Many marriages are parting away with wounded in the heart, wounds in the body, some in the police stations, some are in the prisons, some are in so many terrible conditions as a result of domestic violence. So today at Family Television I want to discuss extensively the signs that leads to this domestic violence and the solutions to this domestic violence. That is solution to it. So here again we're going to be sharing with you what is domestic violence. Domestic violence refers to any pattern of abusive behavior by any partner in marriage, which can take the part of physical violence, emotional violence, spiritual violence, sexual violence, even financial violence. So crises and differences in marriage are allowed as part of the maturity and growth of that marriage. But violence, domestic violence, is unacceptable, is highly forbidden in any marriage relationship all over the world. So today we're going to be looking at domestic violence. Signs of domestic violence. What will you see as a husband to know that if care is not taken, this marriage is heading to violence? As a wife, what are those signs that have started rearing its ugly head? That if you are not careful and take cognizance of it, it can lead the marriage to domestic violence. When I'm talking about domestic violence is a serious issue that can have a profound effect on victims. The husband could be the victim, the wife could be the victim. Domestic violence has a profound effect on families of both parties. Domestic violence has a profound effect on the children. Children that are products of domestic violence or children that have been a victim of domestic violence, I tell you, if there is no divine intervention, they become a perpetrator of violence in the community, in the state, in our nations. Domestic violence has a profound effect on the communities and on the nations at large. So the matter of domestic violence is not something that we take lightly or think that is none of my business. It's our everyday business. Marriage seems to be a private life, but the product of marriage, the effect of marriage can be a national product. It can be a statewide issue. It can be a community matter. When a family is under a domestic violence, with a children, with a child, or with a community, if care is not taken, that private life of the family can lead to producing an armed robber, can lead to producing an assassin, can lead to producing a terrorist because of the effects of marital and domestic violence. As we continue in domestic violence, what are the signs that as a wife, if you begin to see the signs and if measures are not taken, it could trigger domestic violence? What are those signs as a husband that you should be looking at? If this thing is not taken care of, it can lead this marriage to domestic violence. We're going to look at one. One of the signs of domestic violence is when there is a breakdown in trust. Trust is a bond that holds marriages together, that holds husband and wife together. Anytime there is a shift of trust on the wife or on the husband, love may not survive where there is no trust. Love can only survive where there is a trust. Respect in marriage can only see the light of the day where there is a trust. Don't forget, in the book of the Ecclesiastes, according to Solomon, he said that the husband has trust in her. That means any woman that the husband began to mistrust, the sign for that marriage to go into domestic violence is in place. Anytime the woman cannot trust you as the husband, sir, it's a big issue. No love where there is no trust. No respect, no makeover where there is no trust. Trust is one of the basic signs that brought two of you together. And if there's any shift in trust, that marriage will not hold. Yes, no human being with his senses can lie down with his two eyes closed to somebody that you are not sure of your life with. No. No husband, no woman, no wife can give the life, his entire life, to the man that she cannot trust her life with. So one of the signs that this marriage, if care is not taken, is leading to domestic violence is where there is a breakdown in trust. If there's a breakdown in trust, no respect for you as a husband, no love for you as a wife. Because it takes trust for you to come together, to commit your life to yourself, that you want to spend the entire life with yourself. So if that trust is taken away, I will tell you that marriage is geared towards domestic violence. So look out for trust. Trust is number one thing that unites wife and husband together. And if there's any breakdown of such, and it's not restored immediately, no love can survive where there's no trust. Nothing in marriage can survive where there's no trust. So one of the signs that a marriage is heading to domestic violence or is cooking domestic violence to be consumed by the both parties is where there's a breakdown in trust. We look at another area as a sign that this marriage is gearing towards domestic violence: isolation. Anytime the husband began to cut the wife from families, from friends that are very important to that marriage, that man has something in mind. Anytime the wife began to cut the relationship of the man, his friends that are very important to the marriage, only for him to have full control of the husband, or for the husband to have full control of the wife, something is cooking behind. Isolation. Isolating the woman from important family friends, from important members of the family, only for you to gain control of her going out, her times, and everything about her, or for you to gain control of the man, his time, and everything about him. There is something behind it. Isolation. Feelings of isolation, both socially and emotionally, such as friends and families, as a sign that marriage or relationship is heading to domestic violence. So look at, anytime the man come up with the law of patience and media, that you go now by 6 a.m., you come back by 6 a.m. You dare not go to this, you dare not go to that. I mean, the friends and family members that are important to that family formation. And all of a sudden, the woman began to push them away and cut the husband from reaching out to family friends that are important to the marriage. Or the husband began to cut out the wife from important family friends that are important in the marriage for him to get control of your going out and coming, your times. It's a sign that if care is not taken, if such error is not corrected, that marriage is heading to domestic violence. Fear and anxiety because of unpredictable behavior. We're talking about signs of domestic violence. Anytime the man's behavior cannot be predicted, the wife's movement cannot be predicted by the husband, which will then bring out fear and anxiety in the life of such a wife or such a husband, is a sign that worrisome and fear can pass them away. So unpredictable behavior of the husband. The wife cannot tell that you are in the market. The wife cannot tell that you are in the stream. The husband cannot predict you that you are in this place or the other place. The man is living in anxiety because of your unpredictable behavior. I will tell you, it's an accident waiting to happen. It's an explosive that will soon explode. So in such a case, whenever a man is feeling anxiety, feeling anxious, feeling fearful, because he cannot say my wife is here, she cannot say that my husband is in this place, he cannot predict you because of some strange behaviors that such a partner cannot be able to tell about you, is a sign that that marriage is heading to domestic violence. Why are we saying this thing? To take care of the signs. Because when a marriage is a problem and challenges cannot be settled between the two partners, the next option is domestic violence. Yes, crisis, differences in marriages, they are bound. They are part of the maturity and growth of that marriage, especially at the early age of that marriage. But when such cases cannot be settled within yourselves, and these signs are being seen, you can't take in. So many times, domestic violence have led a lot to death, untimely death. Some have led a lot to miserable life. You remember the story of what happened to our country last time about a national music artist who lost their life. She lost her life at the premises of the husband's domestic violent activities. Yes, it's a private life, but we as a nation, we lost a talent. We lost a national consciousness because somebody did not take cognizance of the signs. Sometimes life is not a duplicate. Life is not a photocopy machine of paper. Guiding these signs, taking notice of these signs will help you to save your life, save your family, and save our communities. Name calling. Anytime the man turns to be calling you names, belittling you, all manner of abusive words, either by the husband against the wife, or by the wife against the husband, it is a sign that that marriage is heading to domestic violence. All of a sudden, the man began to call you all manner of names, thieves, prostitute, all manner of names. Your wife, your husband, begin to belittle him. All manner of abusive words, calling names, belittling the man, belittling the woman. It is a sign that after belittling him, after belittling her, you can also raise an iron against that man, and also pour hot water against that man, because you have reduced that man to his barest minimum. You have reduced that woman to her barest minimum because of your abusive words on her, on him. Calling names. The man keep on messing you up, abusing you, and some even go extra mile to abuse the parents of the wife or the husband. So if you go ahead to abuse the communities that you are coming from, I will tell you, anytime that such thing is set in a marriage, calling of names, belittling, abusive words, that marriage is geared and going towards domestic violence. Sexual abuse is also a pattern of domestic violence. Do or die sexual need, sexual satisfaction. You don't even care if the woman is tired because of the work of the day. You don't even care if the woman is ready for be open to you. You just go in. I think it was you last time that was telling me that a woman was complaining that the man is coming 5 rounds in a night with a day.
In a straight duration.
In a straight duration, a husband is forcing sex on a wife up to 5 good times in a period of a time, not up to 24 hours. That is abuse. That is one of the patterns of domestic violence. Some are tearing pants by force. It's an abuse. It's a domestic violence that must be taken care of. If not, such a man can come one and say, if you don't give me, I will shoot you. And you go. And life will continue. Such a woman, some woman can also do that, subjecting man to unstopping sex. Yes. And I wonder why is these people are human beings or the woods that have no feeling for themselves. Yes. Abuse, sexual abuse, do or die, sexual engagement is one of the worst domestic violence that we can talk about. And as we cap it up on the signs of domestic violence, what will you be looking at? And must take care and take measure that this thing will not repeat or grow in this marriage, so that you will not head to domestic violence. Physical violence, physical domestic violence, beating, slapping, unexplained injuries, bruises, broken bones, and other physical trauma have led so many women to their early grave. Have led so many men to their early grave. We said in family television, when domestic violence have grown to the point of physical domestic violence that has to do with beating, that has to do with slapping, broken bones, injuries, unexplainable, bruises, like our Lord Jesus Christ said, that everything committed against the Son of Man can be forgiven, but there is a sin that will not be forgiven. In family television, every domestic violence can be overlooked and be amended, such as distrust can be built and recovered again. Isolation, through counseling and through interventions, such things can be controlled, such as anxieties and fear as a result of unpredictable behavior can be checked on, such as sexual abuse, name calling can be forgiven. But when it comes to physical domestic violence that has to do with beating, slapping, bruising, in family television we say we don't negotiate. For physical violence, domestic physical violence, we relocate. Yes. We encourage the husband that he being browbeaten in that marriage. We encourage the wife that he being messed up and bruised all around every time in that marriage to breathe. Stop negotiating with your life. There is no duplicate to your life. And life will continue. Life is not a paper photocopy that will have a duplicate. Relocate to a safer place until things normalize. So physical violence have led so many young women, so many young wives to the early grave. Have led so many men to the early grave. Some are miserable. Some are half-heartedness because of injuries they battered from broken and domestic home. So in nutshell, in summary, what are the solutions to domestic violence? Solutions. When a marriage crisis has gone beyond normal settlements between the husband and the wife, between the family support party, between the reputable organizations, whenever marriage has gone beyond that level and have gone into domestic violence, number one solution is to plan to go to a safe place. Temporary relocation to a safe place is one of the best ways to save your life. Yes. Temporary relocation to a safe place is one of the best steps you can take as a wife, as a victim of domestic violence, as a husband that is a victim of domestic violence. Temporary relocation is one of the solutions to that problem, so that you can live, because a living dog is better than a dead lion, as it is written. Number two, reach out for help. Don't die in silence. Don't keep your mouth shut. Reach out for help through the church, through members of the family support parties. Reach out for help through government institutions that are in charge of such kind of matters. Don't leave yourself in silence and say, if it is the will of God, let it be done. It is the will of God that every human being will die. So even if you die in that marriage, it is the will of God. But it is not the will of God that you will die under a domestic violence in a marriage. So cry out for help. People will help you. You will see a solution. That problem will be solved. Finally, what are the solutions? Anytime you notice a breakdown in trust, please restore it immediately. Even if when you are separated temporarily because of physical violence, build your trust from a distance. As you build that trust, you can come back again and the marriage can be a better one. My brother, I know you have something to tell our viewers, our audience in this very topic. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Bro Francis. We just touched all the parts. The only thing I will be adding regarding the issue of domestic violence is that married people, father and mother, you should not allow any problem in your home to accumulate. From what the whole teaching Bro Francis gave you today, that will guide you in your home, is that do not allow any anger to accumulate. Don't allow any issue between you and your spouse to carry it over days and days. As such, you are very close for that explosion he's talking about. Because when you allow such a situation, it will keep accumulating. It will now result to even macheting, even killing,
Pouring of hot water,
cutting of hands, and all that happened this
a lot of diabolism.
A lot of diabolism. So take action, be the fool, seek peace. Follow peace with all men. That is what Jesus said. If you can do that, you will keep reducing the temptation of that will be coming to your home by all means. Sometimes it's not more that it's the woman that will apologize. Men can apologize.
Anybody can apologize, provided that peace.
Don't live a life of a charlatan. Somebody claiming that that you know all. You know when you are wrong. You know when you are right. Always try to find the peace. So you have a good, happy home. Even your children will not live with the trauma of fighting and all that. That's what I will be adding. Thank you very much.
My brother, we are very grateful for your contribution. You have just said it that anybody can bridge this gap that will bring domestic violence. The man, don't feel so highly positioned that you are the man. The woman, don't think that there's something else. Let somebody be the one to initiate that peace and make that marriage happen. To summarize this teaching on domestic violence today, science and solutions, we are calling on governments all over the world to see family life as part of their responsibility, social responsibility, to better the society. We at Family Television, we believe that the security we need in our families, in our communities, in our nation, lies in the peace and unity in marriage relationship and in family life. Any misplaced parental love of a child can lead a community to doom, can lead a nation to doom. Let the government all over the world see family life and family television as part of their responsibility like education, as part of their responsibility like health sector, whereby the peace and the harmony and tranquility we need in our nation, our community can be a reality. Thank you as we continue in Family Television. God bless you.